What's going on, everybody? It's McFly here. So we are back today again to watch the finale of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. I'm looking at the episode and it looks like it's a 35-minute episode. I guess it broke a record for shortest finale of any Marvel show, so I don't know about that. Full disclosure, there was a full leak online yesterday that I did not read. I did not read it because I did not want to do that. But there was one part of this that did leak to me on accident this morning because my friend thought I watched it and I hadn't. So I do know a part of the end of this episode. I will let you guys know what that is, but it's a breaking the fourth wall moment that's pretty big. So I do know about that part of this finale. But other than that, I know nothing going into this. I do know that there's a lot that needs to be closed out for this. I'm assuming that Jen's gonna lose her job from this, and I'm assuming that she's gonna be kind of down on her luck. I do hope that Daredevil comes back, but I'm not really sure if he will or not. I do think that if episode 9 follows in episode 8's footsteps, it should be a good episode. I'm just hoping that they close, a lot of these things out. And I'm also hoping that Hulk comes back. We haven't seen that scene yet that was in the mid-season trailer of Abomination. So I'm assuming Abomination is going to come into play. Maybe Bruce comes back thinking that Abomination's attacking her and that's not what it is, and she stops him. I don't know. I also want to know if they're going to talk more about World War Hulk. I don't think we're going to see Scar in this, his son, but that would be crazy. I want to know if they're going to kind of close that out as well. So there's a lot of stuff that's left open-ended. Titania, I think, is not going to be in this episode, so that they kind of close out that storyline for the most part, which is, again, kind of made her pointless for this whole series. But let's talk about the positives. Talk about the positives, Flag. Talk about the positives. I think episode 8 really saved this series, to be honest with you. Not just because of Daredevil. I mentioned in my other one, my last reaction, that I think the writing for that was very good. And it's not lost on me, guys, that the writer of that episode, which was the best episode, was a man. I understand. You guys don't have to come at me in my DMs like you have been about, hey, did you notice? I did notice that. Is it coincidence? I don't know. I'm not smart enough to go through all of that. I don't care. I just want the show to be good. All right, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the episode. I'm expecting something pretty big for the finale. If I'm comparing it to the rest of the shows from the MCU, I do think that it's got to have one of the better finales. Whoa. What is happening? You're doing an old-fashioned flashback?
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when...
Hey, it's Bruce. Oh, she's in the prison now, huh?
Hold on, forget them. We need to discuss your case. This was a...
Yeah, you got more stuff to worry about.
I was angry, which is how anyone would respond in that situation. But you're not just anyone. You are an out-of-control Hulk. That's what all the witnesses saw.
She's got to wear that damn anklet.
It's all right. People go to prison every day.
Yeah, okay.
So I will continue to work here.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, they hired a Hulk. I don't understand.
But my gym stuff is in your...
Why is she still wearing her suit at home? Shame. I feel like this is what we needed, this type of struggle in the middle of the season. Not at the end, right?
Hey, get off my damn lawn!
Good dad right there. I do the same.
And it is owned by several...
I wanted to say, I'm pretty sure Todd, that creepy dude that's always like super into her, has a fetish for her Hulkness. If not Hulking himself, I'm pretty sure he's one of the big honchos of intelligentsia. I've been saying it the whole season.
For you to take home with you too.
They're gonna do it themselves, huh?
Mom, no.
My mission, I'd like to see this.
No. Out.
Jen.
That's correct. We worked together at the district attorney's office, and we dated for a
Wow, Dennis.
psycho way before she got those superpowers.
Can you move the big bookcase for me? I think I want it closer to the window.
She can't. She can't turn into the Hulk.
Paige, you can't be Girl Hulk anymore.
It's She-Hulk, Mom. Or
Oh, now you want to be called She-Hulk?
this doesn't feel right. This isn't even a reluctant superhero story. I'm just getting screwed over.
Pretty much.
Jennifer Walters is a woman at a new low. She has no more
No,
fight
we're
in
not
her.
doing a narrator. We're not that off the rails.
Smug Hulk.
Well, you said come anytime. This is a time.
He's gonna be Abomination when he gets there, when she gets there.
I'm not running from my problems. It's a mental health break.
I mean, you need it for sure. So she still works there.
Hell yeah, I'll be there. Pug, are you still here?
Oh, what a pleasant
It's this dude.
Yeah. Our hearts.
Deep haikus.
This book sucks.
Okay, so I need you to get your head in the game, buddy.
Come on, Pug, you got this.
Can't do it, Nikki.
Yes, you can. Let's do it, Pug.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Females, am I right?
Mother Pugger. Todd Phelps?
Oh, I'm so smart. I mean, it makes sense, dude. Like,
Right? You heard it from me first. He rules, and he's hot.
yeah, it's Smash.
Yes. Hug. We are vibe.
I feel like they're going too far.
Hey, how did you get involved with this group here?
I created Intelligentsia. I'm Hulk King.
I'm so good. I mean, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense.
The world, what a real monster she is.
Where's Josh at?
Saracen got me into this.
You were part of Intelligentsia, so you gonna tell her or what?
He cost a ton, so you better cheer. Give it up for the Abomination!
Oh my god, they're at the same place. How did I know he was working with them too? Wow.
Honor to be your humble life coach for the evening.
She's gonna walk right in there. Wow.
Emil? I vouched for you.
Jen, I'm sorry that you're upset.
Was there a real apology in there somewhere?
Well, I hired him to seduce you and steal your blood. Oh, my team also synthesized your blood.
Oh shit. It's gotta have a negative effect on him, right?
Work, right? We're not actually doing this.
Looks like it might work.
This can't possibly be where the season was going. Surprise, losers.
Hey, Titania.
Titania too? This isn't messy enough?
Jen, watch out!
Yeah, Bruce.
Let go of my cousin, asshole.
It's not what
Let's go.
is this necessary?
Okay, what is even happening here?
These storylines make any sense? Is this working for you?
What the hell just happened?
What do you think you're doing? This menu is...
Oh my god.
All right, let's see here.
Oh shit, we saw it in the trailer. This is like the meta of all metas. Deadpool would be proud. So this was the part that was leaked for me.
What the hell, you guys? What kind of stupid finale is this?
Nanobots in the back. Nanobots.
Nanomachine, son.
Where did you come up with that original idea? Was that from every other superhero story ever?
Okay, there are...
Pretty much.
Why don't we just do things our own way?
This is the story that Kevin wants.
Then I want to talk to Kevin.
Nobody talks to Kevin.
Kevin's value
Yeah.
is immeasurable. Okay? I would murder you to protect Kevin.
Okay, this is very creepy, the way you're talking.
That's how literally how like all of the fans are. Just let him take control.
I'm here to see Kevin. It's urgent.
Yo, those Iron Man suits in the back are dope.
Let me just have you sign our non-disclosure agreement and then have a seat. Hey, Hulk, here for Kevin.
Why'd you make me sign if you were just gonna do that?
Everyone has to sign the NDA.
Obviously, there's gonna be no sound for this because it's copyright, but hey, look, she's fighting in the hallway too. Bye-bye now. Yo.
That's my secret test.
Hello, Jennifer. Were you expecting a man?
Yeah, why would I expect a giant AI brain and not a man?
I like how it has a hat.
You are very expensive.
Oh, sure.
But wait until the camera is off you. The visual effects team has moved on to another project. With now,
Oh, they moved on to Black Panther.
it produces near perfect products. Some are better than others, but I leave that debate up to the internet.
What's happening in my story?
You do not get to choose.
Why not? It's my show.
True.
Then I would like to give my closing argument.
Oh, haha. I see what you did there.
Literally like saying Kevin's brain is like an AI.
It's often said that Marvel movies all end the same way.
Wait, who's saying that?
Have to throw a bunch of plot and flash and a whole blood thing that seems super suspiciously close to Super Soldier Serum.
Wow.
Well, can we not do Todd gets Hulk powers? Like, the powers
Yeah,
aren't
nobody
the-
wants that.
He is.
Erasing blood plot.
Big down from literal outer space to save the day in my story?
But Bruce is supposed to return to explain what he was
No,
doing
no, no, no.
on
We
set.
don't need to hear any of that.
But we were going to introduce...
Save it for the movie.
To introduce...
Not mind seeing Daredevil again.
None of us would.
What's with all the daddy issues? We got Tony Stark, daddy issues.
Jen.
Thor, daddy issues. Loki, same daddy.
Same daddy, same issues.
Star-Lord, two daddies, two issues.
Jen,
Oh, and when are we getting the X-Men?
I cannot tell...
Oh, dude, I'm liking this.
Well, yeah, that's what Hulks do. We smash things. Bruce smashes buildings, I smash fourth walls and bad endings. And sometimes Matt Murdock.
Oh, shit.
See you on the big screen.
Really?
No.
Oh, whatever.
Wow. Dick.
Should I transform back, or what's the most budget-friendly way to do this?
Just do it.
I'll see you in court.
Hey, where the hell did he drop from, though?
I'm here to help.
Hey, Daredevil. You missed it. We're done. Sorry.
Everything? Oh, thanks. Oh, happy to see you too.
All of us are happy to see you.
Up with it, thing.
Yeah, let's take it down a notch, Bug. I'm gonna go.
That fourth wall break, even though I knew it was coming, was amazing. Oh, they're having dinner at his parents' house. How nice.
Would you like some?
Now, Ben tells me you have your own practice,
Yeah, why don't you join it?
but you do make some money, right?
Dad.
It's very expensive raising kids in L.A.
He's staying for a week.
I'm gonna tell you right now, every conversation is going in that direction, so buckle up.
Everybody loves Matt.
Counsel here.
Welcome to my life.
Bruce.
Hold on.
Dude, this is so weird. Daredevil and
For a while.
Bruce. Oh,
I'll tell you all about it, but first, I have someone here that I'd like.
no way.
This is my son, Scar.
What?
Wow, you're a family.
What? I mentioned it, but I did not think they were gonna do it. It's crazy.
Harm or harass innocent people, I'm coming for you.
Do you mean in the courtroom or as a superhero?
Both.
There you go. All right. I also know there's an end credit scene. That was kind of like a joke when I said that maybe they'll introduce Scar, but that's crazy. I know the generalities of the comics. I don't remember who the mom is supposed to be, so I'm gonna have to do some research on that. But that's crazy, man. I think that was a good finale. I liked that finale a lot. I think that fourth wall break was. There's been a lot of people who haven't liked the fourth wall break in the show. I've been liking it. I think it's been great. That one was god tier. It was just weird seeing the Hulk and Daredevil on the same screen together. Like, it's happening, guys. It's happening. It's a Marvel fan's wet dream right now. Special guest star Charlie Cox. Special guest star Benedict Wong. Where was he at? That means he's going to be in the end credit scene. Is he going to break out Abomination? Yep.
You got sucked into another show, didn't you?
We're really in an era of peak TV.
Peak TV.
We're kind of all one with everything, fam.
What about Wi-Fi?
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
They got Wi-Fi. Hey, they got Wi-Fi. that was the finale of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, episode 9. I really liked the finale. I think there was a lot of stuff in that episode that at first I was saying didn't make sense, which they brought into that she kind of said for us. So there was one of two ways that I thought this finale was going to go. And I thought pretty much all of the stuff that I thought was filler for the show was going to make sense at the end. And they kind of sort of did that. Todd's kind of involvement with the law firm that she worked at still doesn't make a lot of sense to me, just because he's the leader of intelligentsia. I don't know why he would be there. He has the inside scoop on everything. When they had Blonsky as Abomination, they had Hulk drop down, and they had Titania there. I did think that it was kind of ridiculous to have all of them come together like that. And I do like that in the fourth wall break that she did with Kevin, that was really cool. And I'm curious if those were all the actual writers too that were in that room or not. But she kind of literally did talk about all of the things that have been bothering a lot of fans of MCU and what they've been doing with the movies. And I think hopefully that will bring the show back into some good graces. I thought it was cool. And while I don't necessarily disagree with what she was saying, I mean, movies are supposed to be entertaining. They're there for your entertainment. So the fact that maybe they are following the script, I mean, I guess that's true. I do like that I do like that they made this show kind of not follow that. The fact that she has a happy ending, I'm kind of on the fence about it, just because what happened in this episode should have happened in the middle of the season, and if it happened in the middle of the season, I would be okay with it having a happy ending. But we literally had an episode and 10 minutes of issues that she had to go through, and I've been saying it throughout the whole season that I wanted more for her to have to go through, I wanted more character development. And while we kind of did see it throughout the show, and she finally came to terms with being She-Hulk at the end, which literally probably happened because of Matt Murdock and what he said to her in episode 8. So we literally had 7 episodes where there was some stuff going on to the overall plot. 60% of it didn't really matter, with barely any character development. And then in episode 8 and 9, we got that character development I think that we needed throughout the whole thing. That's all the negative stuff of the entire series. What are the positives? I do think that Jen Walters is a great character to be added to the MCU. I do like the She-Hulk character. I do like her character. I think a lot of the side characters that they picked were really good. A lot of the cast that they have in the show were really good. I really do wish that they gave more for Tatiana Maslany to do, because we all know she's a great actress. But I do think that overall the show got to where it needed to get to. What's the saying? I think it's not necessarily the destination, it's the journey. I think the journey, like I said, is not what I wanted to be, but the destination, we got there. As you guys know, you see, I'm a musician. The go-to golden rule in music is first note and the last note need to be perfect. Everything else in between doesn't necessarily matter. It does matter, but it doesn't necessarily matter as long as you start strong and end strong. I thought the first episode was pretty decent, and I liked the whole dynamic with her and Bruce, and I thought the very last 2 episodes were really good. Overall, I thought the show was fine. I do think it wasn't one of the better ones. I think if you take episode 8 and 9 in a nutshell and just look at those 2, you'd say, oh, this looks like it might be a good show. But overall, I give the show probably a 7. I'd give it the whole show a 7 out of 10. And this episode, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I did like last episode's a little bit better, but that fourth wall break made it for me in this. They literally changed the entire ending. There's a lot of people out there that wanted this character to be more like the comics, and that was one of the complaints we had early on. As the show went on, it kind of got to that. In fact, these last 2 episodes, they were more so, she was more so like she is in the comics. The thing that's frustrating is while I was editing, I went back and watched some other people's reactions. And I'm very surprised that people did not like the fourth wall break. It felt like it all kind of meant that the show didn't exist. It didn't mean anything. And while I've had complaints about some of the episodes being filler, I really don't think that this finale makes it to where the whole show didn't matter. Was this show not one of the best? Probably. Was it one of the worst MCU stuff? No, I still think Incredible Hulk was worse. And I know this isn't MCU, but Inhumans was god-awful. So I think there's other stuff that's been worse than this, but this is the most recent thing. So recency bias means that this is the worst thing that's ever come out. I think there's a lot of things to like. I think there's a lot of things to not like. And I've noticed that a lot of the people who say this show sucks haven't even seen the show. That's my take on it. I've seen the show. I think the show is probably average. You could make an argument either way that it's below average or above average. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's god awful. I just think it's one of those shows where watching it once is fine and you can move on to something else. We can, now that it's over, we can talk about the implications this has on the rest of the MCU. As you guys know, I mentioned it before, I don't like that the MCU banks hard on that and gives worth to movies that otherwise wouldn't, or in shows that otherwise wouldn't have worth if it weren't for the overall encompassing MCU. I'm not a huge fan of that. I like things that have value if in their own right and condense in their own sphere of what it is. I think the cherry on top is if it has an overall, impact on the MCU, but having its own story be impactful is what I like, which is why I loved Moon Knight so much, is because I don't even think there was even any hints of any overall arching MCU stuff in it. None of the end credit scenes were talking about anything else. It was all condensed into that show, and I really enjoyed that. It's bittersweet, the whole Scar thing with Hulk, because we missed out on that whole World War Hulk journey. However, it doesn't mean they can't go back and do like they did with Black Widow of what happened at that whole point, right? I am curious if they're going to show who the mom is and all that stuff. I do hope that they go back and show that in the future and have like a flashback moment where they do a Planet Hulk movie. Obviously, he went back there to get Scar. The Planet Hulk storyline is literally the Incredible Hulk is ejected from Earth in a spaceship, crash lands on a planet ruled by a tyrant who forced him to fight in a coliseum against other beings. So it's literally what we came into in Thor Ragnarok. There's a way to intermingle those storylines and do a flashback of what he was doing while he was there, and then have Thor come in and that whole thing, and then go out. I really do think the Hulk needs a movie. I don't know if they're gonna do it. We've unfortunately gone through that whole character development process of him becoming Professor Hulk. I find it interesting to know how he got there, but I know there's gonna be a lot of people who have already said that he's gone through it. We don't need to see it, so I don't know. I really do wish that they would do that storyline. But other than that, She-Hulk, Daredevil's in the MCU now, and they're a serious couple, I would assume, considering that he met her parents and stuff, her family. Like I said, seeing Hulk and him on screen at the same time was crazy to me, which is awesome. So they're going to be all in the MCU now. We're going to have Daredevil, we're going to have She-Hulk, Hulk, and I'm curious to see who's going to be part of the Young Avengers, who's going to be doing their own thing, and how they're all going to intermingle. So overall, I think the show was pretty fun. It was a fun watch. Without the last 2 episodes, though, this would be kind of a train wreck, in my opinion. I think it's harsh. It wouldn't be the greatest thing. I did enjoy it more than I enjoyed Ms. Marvel, but Ms. Marvel wasn't really catered to my demographic. Well, this one was kind of catered more to my demographic, the millennials. Ms. Marvel's more catered to Gen Z. But I did think that the writing was a lot better for Ms. Marvel. I know there's a lot of you who hated that show. It wasn't catered to you. It was catered to Gen Z. So I think it was more catered to other people. I think the writing was much better in that show than it was in this show throughout. But I did like the last 2 episodes of this show a lot. I do like that it introduced Daredevil back into the MCU. That's really big. And She-Hulk's character I love a lot. And we got more of Hulk, so all that's great. Next thing that we're going to be getting into for reactions, I'm going to be doing Dexter's comeback season. So we're going to start that probably next week. So hopefully you guys will stick around for that. And if you haven't already, make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I really do appreciate all the love you guys show me. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention. The whole thing about the budget for the CGI was funny. A lot of people were complaining about the CGI, and they mentioned the budget being an issue, which is a good thing because they're being honest with us. And I do like that they said they moved on to another project and they played the Wakanda theme. That means they're all spending time this time on the Black Panther movie. That was the issue with the last one, was that whole third act CGI fight looked awful because they only had a week to do it. That means they're spending a lot of time on this one. I'm really hoping that movie, I want that movie to succeed. So, and please do remember that good vibes are contagious.